Hey lady, I'm Jamie and this is the Everyday Queen podcast. Have you ever had the feeling that you are destined for so much more from your life? Like you know you're here to do epic things and really make a difference, but there's something inside you that holds you back and keeps you playing in your comfort zone. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know you are totally in the right place. I created this podcast to share the stories of women just like you. Women who have faced the trials and tribulations of life, overcome their limiting beliefs, and are now bringing their vision boards to life. In between these epic interviews, I will share with you my own ponderings and stories, coupled with actionable tips and tricks on how you can shift your doubt into pure, inspired action towards your dreams. Are you ready? Let's do it. Hey lady, welcome back to the Everyday Queen podcast and another solo episode this week because I just feel like I have a lot to share at the moment. This little chat today has actually been inspired by the beautiful Kathrin Zenkina. Now, if you don't know who she is Manifestation Babe on Instagram, and she is the manifestation queen. Now, along with Kathrin, I have also been inspired by some amazing women that I have been really watching closely create waves on social media, in their businesses, and in their life. And while I've been watching them, I have been reflecting a lot on my business journey, specifically over the last few weeks, as I'm in a process of revamping my website, giving things a bit of a glow up, and I'm realizing more and more what a freaking journey it has been. I have certainly not experienced the linear path that I thought I was setting out on when I first launched my business. Far from a linear path, in fact. I cannot tell you how many times I have had breakdowns and I've cried, I've pivoted, I've judged myself, I have questioned so many decisions that I've made. I have stepped back from my journey. I've pretty much done everything but completely quit. I haven't quit yet. And you know what? I am proud. I am so damn proud of my journey. I have definitely not done it the easy way. In fact, I certainly could have done without some of the tangents and side paths that I found myself on. But for whatever reason, this was my journey. This was how I was supposed to do business. And I've fully accepted this, but I found myself lately in a bit of a spot of bother. And it's at the hands of the dreaded green-eyed monster. So for anyone who doesn't know what that is, because apparently I love to use random phrases that people just aren't familiar with, the green-eyed monster is jealousy. So let me explain, because this was not a malicious thing. It was not a, oh my God, I fucking hate that bitch kind of jealousy. In fact, it was very, very much the opposite. So lately, I have found myself somewhat surrounded, is the best way to say it. Surrounded by women doing just absolutely epic things, specifically on the business front. I have watched so many ladies birth an idea and just bring it fully to life. Like they're truly out there living their absolute calling. They're forging their paths. And of course, I assume they are making great money while they do this. And the real kicker here, specifically for me, is that some of these women started their businesses around the same time that I did, in similar ways to me. And some of them actually started much later than me. And it really is amazing to witness this. And I am honestly applauding you if you are one of these women. I am your ultimate hype girl. But it is hard to not find yourself, or for me to not find myself in a little spot of comparison in these circumstances. And since this is the topic of the whole episode, I would be lying if I didn't say that I have been feeling those little twinges of envy. Twinges of wishing that my path looked more like their path, and of questioning how I maybe could have shown up differently or done things differently to create a different outcome for myself. And I'm still looking at these ladies and how they're showing up now. And it's so hard in these circumstances not to just feel straight out freaking jealous. And to not validate yourself by coming up with all the excuses why you couldn't possibly have done the same thing. Like, come on, ladies, you all know the dialogue because we've all done it, right? Oh, if I worked for myself and I didn't have to go to work every day, I could totally do what she's doing. But, I've got to work around my job. Or, oh, if I didn't have children to work around, I'd be in a completely different position right now. But, my children are top priority and I have to work around them. This could all be true for you, but that does not discount what that lady that you are looking at and that you're feeling jealous of, it does not discount what she has done and what she has achieved. Jealousy is such a negative energy. It is ick. And it actually repels and pushes away what we really want to achieve. So what if I told you that you can actually transfer it into a different energy, into a more powerful energy, an energy that we can use to actually attract and manifest what we want? It sounds crazy, right? Like, how can you turn that ick feeling into something positive? You actually can. So who is feeling less guilty and ick about all those times you let the green-eyed monster sneak in? Because I totally was when I first learned this. The secret is the way that you feel the energy. So I've told you my story now. I want you to take a few minutes and actually sit and just reflect on how you've been feeling over the last few weeks. When was the last time you felt jealous of someone or something? And how did it feel for you? How did it present for you? How did it manifest in your physical body? Maybe you felt tight in the chest, maybe frustrated, a little anxious. For me, I really feel it in my throat and in my gut. And obviously, this is not energy that is going to help us manifest our dreams. Usually though, the reason that we feel jealous is because the person we are seeing has what we desire. They have what we're trying to create, that thing that we are manifesting. Something that we don't yet have. Usually we don't have it because our limiting beliefs or our sabotage patterns are getting in the way of us creating that magic. It's one of the secrets behind manifesting what you want, besides aligned action, of course, which I will get to later, is to match the energy of the thing that you want, the thing that you are creating. It is simple law of attraction. So for anyone who is not familiar, let's talk a little woo-woo, because you all know me. I love me some woo. So law of attraction is the belief that the universe creates and provides for you that which your thoughts are focused on. It is a universal law, right? Like always attracts like. So in a very simplified nutshell, the results of positive thoughts are always positive consequences. So you need to match the energy you are at with the energy of that which you are creating or that which you desire. Obviously, the first thing you need to do is actually choose. Choose to see the situation differently. Choose to feel the situation differently. You are the dominant creative force in your life, and it is time for you to stand up and freaking claim it. Okay, let's put that back into perspective. Seeing someone creating the success and business that you want, flourishing off probably the same idea that you have had, like how frustrating is it when that happens, right? doing all the things that you yourself thought that you would be doing. It's actually a sign. It is a sign that it is all possible for you. Because if it's possible for that person, why wouldn't it be possible for you? I want you to celebrate her. I was only talking about this the other day with one of my really good friends. So Jamie, 3 years ago, used to see women absolutely freaking killing it. And I would poke holes in everything they were doing. I would focus on the negatives, the reasons why I couldn't do what they were doing, and how they only got there out of luck, or because they're really pretty, pretty privilege, or because they've already got a huge Instagram following. And I would also poke holes in how some of these women shouldn't be doing what they were doing because they weren't even qualified. Yep, I was a bitch. Don't judge me. I have completely spun that around, and today you will see me. Like I said earlier, I am your ultimate hype girl. I am seeing women creating epic success, and I'm literally like, yes, like that is goals. And I literally love to state that out loud. I love to say like what she is creating is absolute goals for me. And I talk out loud about what it could mean for me, myself, my business, and my little family if I were in her position, and how that could look for me and what it could create for us. So I'm going to get a little bit extra woo here. And the next thing you can do is when you've stated that out loud and noticed what it is and noticed what it could mean for you to be in that position of the person that you're feeling jealous of, I want you to write it down. Write it down as if it's all happening to you, for you, right in this present moment. And then you can sit and you can visualize on it. Visualize it all unfolding in your life and give gratitude to it. Be thankful. Feel grateful that it's all there for you. The most important thing here, well, the second most important thing, is that I want you to not judge yourself for letting yourself fall into this mind frame. Because you know what? You don't notice or feel jealous of every random person who has something you don't have. You only feel jealous and you only notice this in specific people, right? You are attracted to them for a reason. The traits that this person has that are driving them to create that success, that thing, whatever it is that you so desire, those traits are actually in you too. So there's a quote on this that I absolutely love and I see circling the internet all the time, and it is by Gretchen Rubin. And it states that knowing what you desire in others is a wonderful mirror into your deepest, as yet unborn self. What you are admiring is what is already in you, waiting for you to stand up and claim your power and unleash it. So, the final thing I have to say on this topic is actually what I believe is the most important, and I rant about this all the freaking time. Use this energy to feel inspired and take inspired action. I have said it before and I will say it again. You cannot sit and meditate and wait for your dream life or dream business or whatever it is to fall into your lap. It doesn't work that way. Trust me, I have tried. I have tried every strategy possible to bring my business to the level that I want it to, and I can attest that this strategy does not work. Because if it did, I would be sitting recording this episode for you, probably in Greece, overlooking the ocean, and my husband and baby would be playing on the beach somewhere, exploring the little place that we had decided to settle down in for a little while. But I can attest to you that I'm not in Greece. I am in fact sitting in my spare room, which is a mess because we're about to move house, and my husband and baby are currently at swimming lessons. You must take action. Inspired, aligned, and most importantly, authentic to you action. Whether it is massive, messy action or small baby steps every day, that is entirely up to you. And it actually doesn't matter. You just need to take action. So I really want to know how you decide to use these tips and what you have been feeling jealous on and how this episode has helped you. So please pop over to my Instagram at Jamie Lee White and share on this episode's post what you have been feeling jealous of and how you are going to turn it around this week and become a powerful manifestor. Thanks for listening, lady. If you love this episode as much as I loved recording it, please leave me a review on iTunes. For more inspiration, come and join me on Instagram at Jamie Lee White or in my VIP Facebook community, Everyday Queens, Women in Business Creating Their Dream Life, where I share all of my business and mindset advice. Until then, have a beautiful week.